if you have this passion, if you feel emotionally connected to the students and you have this great desire to transmit, to help them to get something and transmit through your experience something positive to them, then I think this is the best job in the world.
KUMON has changed me a lot. Now when I see a child, it's always like, okay, there's potential in there, and this is what you actually get in KUMON. It's not only the math and the English, what you get from it, it's the extras, what you get, and the passion of an instructor which wants to always develop the child.
Κάποιο άλλο μήνυμα στα παιδιά γενικότερα που κάνουν KUMON?
Να μην τα παραδείσουν ποτέ. Αν και είναι δύσκολος και μακρύς ο δρόμος, είναι ωραίος. Στο τέλος βεβαίωσε και χαίρεσε πάρα πολύ. Μην τα παραδείσουν ποτέ. Όσο και να ζητηθούν.
It is good that they get the habit as early as possible of having a homework, even like 10 minutes a day or 20 minutes a day, of just having to do something, sitting down, focusing, so I think that's maybe a good advantage of starting early.
I mean, for me as a teacher, is doing wonderful math is one thing, but the work habits is much more important in the beginning, because that's what you carry for life and you carry it to other subjects.
Er arbeitet auf jeden Fall strukturierter jetzt, hat auch ganz klare Sicherheiten wieder in Mathematik gefunden, auch den Spaß wieder dran und ist im Notenschnitt wirklich eine ganze Note in Mathematik wieder gestiegen.
Sie können mir glauben, dass ich jeden Tag eine Menge fantastische Feedbacks von meinen Schülern bekomme. Und je länger ich Instructor bin, je wunderbarer sind meine Erfahrungen jeden Tag.
Now, this type of emotions that they bring to me through the actions is incredible. And this happens regularly on a daily basis. I can say that in these 4 years, there has not been one single day, really, where when I woke up thinking, oh my God, I have to go to work. No, I was always thrilled and full of energy thanks to the student.
Every day something new. So good morning, everyone. Good morning, Europe. My name is Julia Ertl, and I'm glad you're joining today's video. I have to say, we originally were aiming to have a live event. Due to technical issues, it will be a recording. So please apologize for this inconvenience. We know you were all really excited to see us live. As you know, we have our live series taking place on a weekly basis on our Facebook channels, KUMON EU and KUMON Germany. So if the technical part of our live events will be with us next week, you will be seeing us live up from next week. Anyway, I'm really excited to have my two guest speakers with me this morning. We are not only celebrating the International Day of English, but also I have two wonderful franchise instructors of KUMON with me. So please welcome Ms. Fortini Kesrati from the center in Heraklion and Ms. Maria Paramiotti from our center in Peristeri, both in sunny and beautiful Greece. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Julia. Nice to be here with you today, even in video and not in a live event. It's the same for us. Happy to be here with you today.
Good morning, Julia, from me too. Hello to our great audience. Thank you for having us here today. It's always a pleasure to talk to you, but today we celebrate the language that unites us.
That's very well said. Thank you, because you're not only with us today to share your experiences with the English program at KUMON, but also to talk about your journey that you're having with the children with KUMON. We at KUMON worship multilingualism and cultural diversity and celebrate with today's International Language Day also that we at KUMON, and we counted that really carefully, we use actually 13 languages throughout our organization within KUMON Germany. So just by that, I think it's a great opportunity to celebrate this. To our audience, if you have a question or are curious to learn more, feel free to use the comment section below. If we have parents watching here who are really curious to enroll their children, feel free to use the comments, feel free to leave us a message via the messenger, whatever questions that you have. Also to our two lovely instructors, feel free to contact us. So for Tini and Maria, the journey with KUMON, specifically in the last year, I can say in particular, was exciting for not only us, because we learned a lot, but also for your children, because instead of meeting you at the Learning Center, they met you online. And I'm sure some of our viewers are curious to know what that journey was like, especially in terms of our English program. We know English is an essential part in today's life. It's the language we are communicating with each other today, and learning a new language is opening up a new world. So what can you tell us about the journey for children with the English program at KUMON?
Yeah, well said, exciting. Facing Corona brought us a lot of changes. Inside tutoring turned into online tutoring, and then hybrid system, and again online. A lot of challenges, not only for us as instructors, but also for the kids and their parents. But at the end of the day, one thing is highlighted. Great challenges also brings us great opportunities. So our kids had the opportunity to keep developing themselves through self-learning with KUMON. The method is based on home studying, so they didn't miss an hour from their study. Moreover, meeting the instructor has always been a chance for them to think, learn, grow.
It is all true, the things Julia, you said, and Fotini, you too. But actually, in terms of the last year's journey, I want to say I realized something actually. We have this common class. We have these desks, we have stools, we have all these things here that in our centers, it is something, it is a class, and with all these things inside it. But I realized that the class isn't the desks or the stools. The class is my students and me and my students. So when all this pandemic started, we actually took the chance to meet our students. We actually, at the end, what we had this online common class. So it was the same. They could see at their safety of their environment, at their home, and I'm here, but we are still together. So that was the most amazing in terms of the previous time year. And actually, this is continues to happen. We all want our kids to be here, but it is always good to see them grow, even from a screen. It's the same. We take the same love, the same happy. We can see their happy faces, so it's the same for us. We have the same feelings for them.
That's beautifully said. And I think it is true. Like what I was also lucky enough to experience is, to join some online classes. And I was blown away by the fact that it is indeed, as you say, the same. Like we don't, of course, the children are not with us physically in the center, but you can support them on such individual level, also online, as they were just in the center. So I think that's very unique also, but also something, of course, new that we learned, but really beautiful that comes with the online program now with KUMON. What are your experiences? Because I can imagine that some of our viewers are also interested to get to know, English and online, and how does it work? So maybe what are your experiences with particular English in combination with KUMON Online?
Okay, English for me is a great program. So the experience was great, even online. Our kids continued their learning, their self-studying, and you know, every time they do their KUMON autonomously, they develop their abilities to the maximum. So they know that the most valuable thing of all this situation is that they always try to find a way to express themselves in English, and they are so confident to do this using their vocabulary they have gained, and they know that they can talk in English, in a foreign language. So the experience is super great.
Actually, we have this phrase or this hashtag, keep learning with KUMON. And I would say that this phrase applies for us too, not only for our students, but for us as instructors, for all the KUMON family. When someone comes to KUMON, KUMON is a self-learning method. It is home-based, and we choose the Zoom, the online classes, like we have the on-site classes, in order to support our students in their journey, with KUMON. So no matter on-site or online, we are here for them, to support them, to see the way they develop, to hear what they learned, to answer their questions, to help them deal with their fears or their feeling a stress, or they are not doing okay. So we are here either online or on site to support them. But KUMON, actually, one student of mine, that is an online experience for me. He had this, how we say, this cube that have all these colors on it.
Yeah, like a miracle cube, kind of. Like
yes, he had this cube, and he actually said, I asked him, how you managed to do it? I can't. And he said, there isn't a trick. It is actually a method. And I said to him, oh, like KUMON. And he said, that is why I keep it here with me.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's nice.
I keep it here with me.
Oh, that's a very sweet analogy. Like, I never heard a kid comparing it to it, but it's actually, that's really smart. It's a good comparison. Oh, that's brilliant. And to our audience who don't know yet, I was lucky enough to experience something absolutely unique and outstanding together with you guys, because you organized not only an online class together with other centers, but actually with centers from different countries. So in this case, where I was joining, it was from Romania, Poland, and Germany, where children from different countries were learning together. You organized the pilot project, which we called English in Action, where children from indeed different countries talk English with each other. So it's not only, the children talking English to you, or, also with their parents when they're sharing their daily successes, but actually to other children from other countries who are not, speaking their local language. As said, I was lucky enough to attend one of these events as a quiet listener. I put myself on mute, and I was absolutely blown away by the fact that also very young children are speaking English in such a confident way. How is your experience here? What have parents and children of your center say about this? How do you want to take this further? Do you have any plans to take this further? Because I thought this was something so extraordinary and unique, because it brought together so many elements, right? It brought together English, it brought together internationality, it brought together online, but also just the experience to broaden children's minds. So I'm just also very excited to hear more about it myself.
Yeah, KUMON in Action started, as you said, as a pilot project in order to bring in touch our kids with the European kids who study English with KUMON. The meeting you attended, Julia, actually was the first one, just the first one, because after that, this project was again organized, and they all really loved it. The parents, we had very positive feedback from the parents and of course from the kids, because they get in touch with other kids, they express themselves, they are open to a new world for them. So yeah, it was a great experience, and why not? We hope it will be broadened in order many more centers to get in touch with us, maybe have common classes.
Actually, I have this idea that they didn't just join a Zoom class. I think they had the chance to participate to something bigger. They actually were in this position to communicate with foreigners in English. They actually understood that they have the same interest all over the world. What if one lives in Germany or in Greece? They can communicate each other using the English word, the English language. They all actually understood that that was so big. They even say to us that every time you have this KUMON in Action, I want to be a part of it. So we actually have these classes every second Friday, and we want them to discuss about specific topics, about their everyday life, what all the interests they have, in order to communicate, to use the English language without feeling that they are under someone, a teacher maybe wants to find their mistakes. We don't care about their mistakes. All this thing is very positive, and actually in KUMON we count the positive. So we just want them to use English language. It is amazing. Every time it happens, actually.
Yeah. No, I can imagine. Like it's just brilliant, and also like the opportunity, I think, for children that they get, you know, because it is really exciting, specifically in these times, you know, like we are facing in some countries, we are facing another lockdown. So children, you know, they probably don't see friends, but how amazing is it that they not only see, you know, other children from the center that they're at, but also from different countries. How exciting is this? So I'm really really looking forward to attend more meetings myself, to, you know, as a quiet listener, because it's always really nice to explore, you know, how much fun, but also with how much confidence the children are communicating in English. As said, I was like blown away by also how young they were and how perfectly they were just speaking English and sharing. I remember they were sharing about their pets at home and just, you know, talking like very also about their favorite stories that they're reading at the moment and what's going on in the country. So that's just really well done, you guys. Do you have any, I know it's hard because we're communicating regularly, so to really point out one specific moment is always very hard, but I'm trying to challenge you now. Do you have a specific wow moment from last year where that you would like to share from your point of view with the audience? So any moment that was really for you, that's wowing me at the moment, like that was outstanding to me.
Yeah, actually, I can share one described by a mom of my sender. One day, while talking on the phone, she told me that her 7 years old, young 7 years old daughter was asked by her English teacher at school to recall one word. And the girl didn't remember that specific word. So she replied to her teacher, okay, you know something, Mrs. I cannot remember this word, but I can tell you a whole sentence in English. I can tell you the baby's crying or the woman is walking and many more. So she was so confident to share her feeling openly and then say something in English. That's very
Nice. I can imagine it.
That's amazing.
Actually, I will pick a wow moment in terms of EFL as we celebrating the International Day of English Language. Yeah, that was an on-site experience. Actually, I had my student here. When someone comes to our center, either online or on site, and deals with the EFL subject, we address to him only in English. Even if he can't understand, we address to him in English, and then we say the same phrases in Greek. But actually, this kid understood that what I was saying in English, even though she came here and did her English first time with KUMON, first time in her life. So every time a student deals with his work, he says finished in Greek in order someone to go there to start reading loudly and so on. But she understood that every time she told me in Greek finished, I always say to her, oh, you're finished, I'm coming. So the third time she came here, she said, finished. She understood what she had to say in English. That was amazing.
All by herself, so she like learned by,
Actually, she does it in our Zoom classes a year now. And all the other kids still can hear her. And all of them now say, finished, I'm ready to go to a breakout room to start reading. They all can use these words in English.
That's amazing. Oh, that's just so cool. Also, the other kids then copying her. That's great.
Yes, that is why I always love the common class, even in Zoom. This is amazing.
Great. Thank you for sharing. These are really wow moments. And I know that we have, on our page, we do have parents watching us probably from France. I know that a lot of people from Poland, from Greece, from Germany, from Switzerland, Hungary, Bulgaria, Romania. So wherever they're watching at, might have questions or might have, listening to us now and just thinking, well, this is something I want for my child. Like this is an experience I would love to have for my child. Not only, for the English program, but also overall, because KUMON is strengthening children's confidence and, making them explore the joy of learning overall. So if you have parents coming to you now, if they would come to you now and they're hesitating, they're kind of considering enrolling the child, but they're not as certain, what is it? What is the message that you would like to give them on their way?
Actually, we have, as any other maybe method, we have some principles, but the principle I love, I would say, is the just right level principle. We care about our children to work to the just right level in order to feel confident, to feel happy to deal with learning, not only learning English, but doing maths too. So we care for our children to work in their own pace. We count the positives, as I said before. We don't care about the mistakes. We care about the positives. All the children can do magical things if they feel happy. So if a child learns with KUMON, that means that he can deal with everyday homework with happiness and confidence. And in terms of BFL subject, I would say that it resembles their mother tongue learning. I see, I hear, I make this connection with the word, and then I'm speaking aloud. This is the way that I learn my mother tongue. We are following the same way in a foreign language, specific English language. I would say all that to them.
Yeah, well said, Maria. And moreover, I would say that this is the greatest chance for anybody to start working with KUMON, because we have pandemic has brought us one more tool, and this is the online tutoring. So everybody from their home, on their time, on their safety and comfort zone, they can start working and keep developing. And they feel the safety that they grow, their children grow. Every child grows with KUMON because they keep working on their pace. So yes, this is the greatest chance for anybody.
Well said. What there is a reason, I don't see a reason not for not enrolling. So, but it is true. Like, not that everything, you just you don't make it just sound pretty. This is really how you guys work. That's, you put your heart in, you put your all in. And so do, our instructors worldwide and European wide. So really to all the parents, to our audience, because we are unfortunately already coming to an end. I could just listen to your girls. You always made me smile. Like, I had to constantly smile when you share your stories. So thank you very much for that. We're coming to an end already, but to all the parents, who really felt, okay, this is what I want for my child. Or if you have any questions, if you're watching also not only within Europe, like we have, I know we have always some audiences in Brazil specifically. I see you guys out there. We notice you. So if you have any questions, if you're curious about not only the English program in particular, because we're celebrating International English Day today, but also the math program, leave us a message, comment in the comment section below. We have a social media team who's regularly checking on the messages, and we'll come back to you in short time. Yeah, so it's, as I said, unfortunately already the time for me to say goodbye to my lovely guests. I know you have actually classes now coming up in a couple of minutes. So thank you very much, Fortini. Thank you very much, Maria, for taking the time this morning and sticking with me with all the technical difficulties that we experienced this morning. It's always really lovely to meet you guys and to speak to you guys. And yeah, happy Friday, I would say, and happy weekend. And keep smiling and keep learning. Thank you, girls.
Thank you, Julia, for everything. Thank you. Bye.